everybody, and welcome back to Medieval 2 Total War Stainless Steel, the Aragon campaign. I have a little bit of a confession. You might already notice, if you're that eagle-eyed, that there are a couple of differences from the last part, because the genius that I am decided not to save at the end of last turn, so I had to reload the autosave, which took me back before we took Marrakesh and Mlila. So a couple of things have changed. I think we lost slightly less men at Marrakesh. We lost slightly fewer troops. I didn't even change the tax rate, look, and stuff like that. So yeah, a couple of things may be different, but the turn is still the same. I've moved the spy. Yeah, a couple of other things. I've built everything that I can remember building. I think they're all the same. Mercia I wasn't sure, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to build some farms because we need to grow the city a little bit. But yeah, everything else I think is the same. So, anyway, that's that out of the way. I apologise for that. Yeah. Anyway, at the end of the last part, we had a little bit of a decision to make. Where do we attack next? The Moors are now defeated. We've got a few rebel armies we need to clear up. I was pretty convinced that I was going to go to war with Sicily before I started recording today. However, during the part, Genoa decided to be a bit annoying, aggravating me a little bit outside yeah, on the island.
Your orders?
Which annoyed me.
Yes,
what I'm going to do is I'm going to split my boats. Just so they can get retrained.
Leaving the rest of the fleet, my lord. Your orders?
They can't be attacked whilst they're in the port.
Separating the fleets.
So we don't have that much of an issue there. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to retrain the boats, and then we can recombine them again next time. Anyway, that's that. Right. So, yeah, Genoa is a potential enemy that we could take out. However, what I did notice off camera is this. This settlement here is now French land. Now, it was Genoese the last time we looked. And I do know that the French went to war with the Genoese. So I believe that the French may be starting to push the Genoese back, which is I'm quite happy with, because they are our allies. If the French can deal with the Genoese, I'm more than happy. However, there is one other thorn in our side, and by one thorn I mean two. One being rather larger than the other, and it is Portugal. I was very annoyed when they took this settlement, because this rightly belongs to us. And I'm also thinking, if we go to war with Sicily, there is absolutely nothing to stop the Portuguese from stabbing us in the back and attacking us as soon as we have all our armies that side. Now, there was a full stack army around here, and there's pretty much a full stack army down here. I don't feel particularly comfortable diverting all my attention east towards Sicily when there's still the threat of Portugal over here. The second thorn is also Lyon. I'm not quite as worried about Lyon. Simple reason being is they don't seem to have that much of an army. I could be wrong. There could be one hidden somewhere over here. But I don't see anything, and I haven't seen anything from Lyon all game. Which makes me think maybe we should take out Lyon at the very least. And then, if we take out Lyon, well, we might as well take out Portugal while we're at it. It's going to be a little bit worrying, though. Simple reason being, the Pope. The Pope is all too happy that we've been taking out the Moors. Look at this, he's very happy. Our faith is an inspiration. We could even call a crusade if we wanted. More on that in a moment, I might consider that. However, if we start attacking Catholic factions, he's going to get rather annoyed at us. So in some ways, time is of the essence if we're going to take out Lyon. I'm not saying that we're going to declare war on them right now. We don't have the forces just yet. We don't have the forces prepared. But what we can do is we can start recruiting. Now we have quite a lot of money. Maybe we should wait a couple of turns for it to build up. And I agree, we maybe should. So it might be a couple of boring episodes. The next couple of parts where I just literally spam the end turn button. We're going to do things in between, obviously. Like taking out these rebels and whatever you. But we're going to just let our cash build up a little bit. I did consider, as you saw in that part, giving Portugal a load of money to take Fez, but why should we? This is our territory. We shouldn't have to pay for it. Not in cash, anyway. We shall pay for it in blood, as we have done the entire time against the Moors. So that is what we're going to do today. So,
Sire.
this spy is going to stay here, but we don't need, well,
Where to,
we don't need this spy, but he's blocked in. So first things first, we're going to get rid of these rebels.
We march on our victims.
Wow, 80 to 1. Why are you even bothering? Didn't lose a single man. Fantastic. Right, that's one of them out of the way. You?
My lord, should we spare any of
We
them?
lost one person, one troop.
We
Now
shall
this guy's
send
on a
them to
bridge,
hell or worse.
but he's going to back
March!
off, so it doesn't
We
matter.
show little mercy. They deserve
Now
none.
he is a general,
My lord,
but it's still not
should
going
we
to matter.
spare
He's still going to
any
die
of
just
them?
as easily.
Yeah.
I don't want to get this army too far away so that we can't get back to Marrakesh. But
Victory! We march on our
I worry if we
victims.
take him any further.
We show little mercy. They
There we
deserve.
Okay,
We tore
we
them
can still
apart,
just
my
about
lord.
get back to
Victory!
Marrakesh. So that's what we're going to do.
A superb ambush location.
Okay, we can retrain a few of the troops. But then again, do we really... I don't really know what to do here, because we should probably recruit some garrison instead. I don't even want to leave some spear militia behind and take the rest of the army, because they've all got experience. I'd rather be able to recruit, and I don't really want to stay here 4 turns. But we might not have that choice. Same with Melilla. We want this army back. Now I'm pretty convinced with Melilla that we'd be able to leave quite a small garrison and it'd be fine. A bit like we did here. But, in fact, I'm going to do that right now. Let's see if we can get this army back on
Approaching, my
boats.
lord.
Okay, it's not going to be
Very
too
good, my lord.
happy,
Setting a trap in the trees.
but it's going to be okay, I guess. It'll have to do for now.
Who do I face?
Right, I'm going to get this army back on the
Yes,
boats.
loading up the men.
And what we're going to do is we're going to bring this army back
Plotting
to
course.
Granada.
Off the boat at once.
And
Name thy
Granada,
enemy, lord.
being a castle, is a much better place for it to be able to retrain our troops. In fact, what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to merge. I think we might have already done that, but anyway. Yes. I'm surprised it can't retrain our alpha rats. But now that that's odd. Maybe it can't retrain our alpha rats. We might have to take it back to Valencia then. Anyway, in Valencia we can recruit a few more army. We can recruit a bit of cavalry as well as some light men at arms. That's what we're going to do. And Pamplona up here, we're going to do the same. In fact, we can recruit 3 units of alpha rats, which is fantastic. And we might be able to get quite a bit of cavalry going in our next army, in the next couple of armies, which is lovely. I am trying to move away from getting more spear militia, from using spear militia, but for the moment, it's necessary. And I'm not too worried about the Leonese and the I'm more worried about the Portuguese, but not too badly. So, we're going to start recruiting a bit more. But we're going to keep it relatively low key. I still want to generate a bit more money so that we don't have to worry about our financial situation. Anyway, I think that's more than enough for this turn. Again, I'm pretty sure I've already checked this, but yeah, we're building everything that needs building, and we're still gaining a bit of cash, which is lovely. Maybe just the boats need...
Yes, my lord.
They're retraining. Okay, we're gonna have to bring Tristan back up first. I think Tristan, as much as he's administratively minded, he's not in the mood. He's not the best person for the job to lead a campaign. And with his father probably about to die not too long from now, maybe we should. No, I think that's pretty new actually, that thing. That would be nice to be giving. I've got a little bit of I've got a plan here. I'm not convinced. I'm convinced Pedro's going to die, so I'm going to give the title of Count of Barcelona to this man now. I don't know if that's knackered the the income for the settlement, but if we don't give these retinues away, we're probably going to lose them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this new, completely
I am willing,
new man.
but not able, lord.
No, I can't give him that. Okay, never mind. Okay, maybe that makes sense, I suppose. The Pope has instructed him and him alone. Okay, that's fine. Okay then, guys, we're back. Right. Sorry about that. I'm just wondering, again, if we should leave these, if we can get away with it. No, we're going to have to wait till next turn for these guys to do that. Okay. Okay, I think that's fine for this turn then. Okay, let's end the turn. Okay then, guys, we're back. Moorish Caliph is dead again. Okay, get another Theologian's Guild. It keeps coming up with messages from the turn before. I don't get that. Anyway, France has been excommunicated. I can only assume that is because they are attacking the Genoese, which is a good example there of if you start attacking Catholic factions, the Pope doesn't like it. Which in theory we could now start attacking the French without penalty from the Pope, but we're not going to do that. No. Anyway, got a few buildings. Algiers, pretty happy. Yeah, build some stables. Seville. Yeah, why not? You can build some stables as well. Melilla, you're building, that's fine. Marrakesh, you're still building, that's fine. Oh, that's not good. Oh no. Okay, so, bloody hell. So there's plague in this territory. Oh, brilliant. Oh, wonderful. Right. Okay, goodness knows what we're going to do then.
Sire.
The spy is not carrying plague. So let's get him the heck out of there as soon as we can. Well, I dare not move him now. I dare not move him any further now. I was going to move the army back onto the boats, but we're going to lose this entire army now, I think, because of that. Oh, good. Right, that's brilliant. Nothing that you can do about it, though. Right. This army will be slowly but surely retrained. I'm just thinking, have we got enough? We can get another archer, I guess. This army's not, it's kind of ready to go. It just needs a bit more cavalry, which we have at Valencia, which is nice. But I do want a couple more armies, so we're going to just recruit as much as we can.
Your Majesty.
You guys Might as well go to Valencia because she's got more experience. I guess. Same with some of you. You can actually go to Pamplona though. We've got our cavalry waiting, so we can get our mailed knights going and some spearmen. There we go. Losing money already. Well, we're not losing money, but we're starting to run out already. Turn to Cordoba, you can still keep recruiting. I'm going to send
Your Majesty.
the spear militia down towards Granada. Silvers, you can just stay exactly where you are. I didn't recruit anything in Seville. But I don't think, yeah, to be honest, I think that only just built this turn, so, which is fair enough. So yeah, anyway, so I think that's all done for this turn.
Yes, my lord.
What do we want to do with this diplomat? I think we want to use this diplomat as a little, well, I was going to say, let's use it as a spy a little bit. But no,
Where to,
why don't we use
sire?
our actual spies to see what's going on?
Without a trace.
So that's a brilliant position to put this spy on this
Investigate.
bridge, so we can see exactly what's going on. We can see that the Leonese, they have a small army here,
nor foe, your
about half stack, couple of units here and there, but nothing substantial. And that makes me think, let's just go for it. Let us take the Leonese out as soon as we can.
Where
Again,
to, sire?
Portugal I'm less
Without a trace.
optimistic about. Yeah, that's that full stack army, I believe.
Salutations, honored lord.
Yeah, they've got a few troops lying about, so we've got to be careful. I also noticed that they brought this army out of Fez. So yeah, it's... Now, one thing I neglected to mention in the last part is that it wasn't showing it on the on-turn phase, but there's a lot of jihad activity going on down here near Acre. So yeah, they're not actually besieging it yet, but we'll have to see. So the Crusader states, as per usual, getting their asses kicked a little bit. However, that's not all about... speaking of the Holy Land, I did talk very briefly about the Crusade, which is quite interesting now, because we could actually call one on Toulouse even, because the French have been excommunicated, but that's not what my plan was. My plan was to keep the Europeans, the Catholic factions, distracted with a crusade against Jerusalem. And I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. I was going to say, assuming he accepts, which he has. So yeah, the Catholic factions...
The Holy Bible may preach peace.
Will probably be distracted by that. So this is technically the second crusade, because, well, it's actually the third crusade, because we already had one for Cairo. It still says it's Hungarian, but it's not, it's Egyptian. So yeah, but that'll keep them pretty distracted, I would have thought. Maybe it'll keep the Portuguese distracted long enough to send one of these armies. That was my plan. Because if the Portuguese now send this army towards the Holy Land, they effectively halved their number of troops that are used to defend their homeland. So I'm trying to be really, really cunning here. Which, why wouldn't I? You've got to use every advantage you can get.
Sire.
So I'm going to move my spies a little bit. So yeah, we really need to get going though, if we're going to do this. Now,
My lord.
I have a feeling that
Who
these
is the
heretics
purveyor
are
of
still
heresy?
posing a bit of an issue. Not quite as much of an issue as before, but still, they're still here. But until
God's
we get a
servant.
priest, that's got a bit of
Who
skill,
does my lord suspect?
there's not a lot we can do. There's really not a lot we can do. So we'll have to see. Anyway, so our
Yes,
boats
my
have been retrained, which is great.
Joining our... Yes.
And we can
Combining
now...
the fleets.
Got our... What's it called? What am I trying to
Your
say?
orders?
We've got our fleet defending. And I think I'm going to leave this fleet round about here. In fact, I'm going to go spy on Marseille and
Yes,
see what's
my
going
lord.
on here. The French haven't gotten there yet, but... maybe that's their next heading. Who knows? Anyway, we've got obviously more boats
Yes.
down here, which is Granada training. Yeah, it's using all its recruitment slots.
Yes,
That's
my
fine.
lord.
We'll send it instead to... Might have to be. It might have to be. Yeah, okay, it's going to have to be Granada.
Full
Okay.
sails.
When they get chance. In fact, I'm going to do that, because we don't really need the mercenaries retraining. I'm not convinced they were going to retrain
Where
them as in
to,
troop numbers
sire?
anyway. So we'll keep moving our spy further
Without a
along.
trace.
Just again, it's still converting, which is really good.
My lord.
As is Oran. Yeah, Melilla is sort of converting as well, not quite as quickly, but yeah, and then Marrakesh. Okay, that's fine. Now the imams have died, I realise that yeah.
Orders.
Okay, so which is another good thing about taking this territory, because obviously it's pretty Catholic, and they're not going to oppose me sending my bishops in there anyway, because they're also Catholic. So
God's servant.
yeah. Anyway, yeah, look how Catholic it is up here. They don't have any problems with their blooming. Anyway, nonetheless, right. I think can run the turn again then. Okay, guys, we are back. Sorry about that. So, only problem is we've got to join the Crusade now. Well, we don't, but yeah. So, unfortunately, no Portugal and no Leon joined, but everybody else did. Anyway, I can't help but notice on here that we're also third in production, which is massive. You know, we're really doing well on that. We've actually managed to spread the word of the Lord in Granada. I'm impressed that we managed to do it.
My lord.
Yeah, it's gone up to 60 now, but anyway.
Orders.
Right, so Ildefonso. Still not quite ready just yet.
Let me strike,
to
my
get the
lord.
show on the road,
Your
but
Majesty. Your Majesty.
we're gonna bring his army out.
Orders. Combining force.
Yes.
And then what do we need? We're
Your
gonna
Majesty.
bring some javelin men,
Yes.
because we might as well.
Move out.
Bringing our troops
Mainly
together.
we need
Orders.
spear militia.
Your Majesty.
Name thy enemy, Lord.
Yes.
Yeah, why not? Why not bring those?
Bringing our troops together.
And then arguably the rest we need is cavalry, but we haven't
Command
got
me.
enough. Not going to use desert cavalry. Right, okay.
Who do I face?
Might have to use some of these elite troops then. We haven't got enough left of the light men at arms.
Your Majesty.
Do we bring the Alpha Rats? No, we need to retrain
Yes.
them. So how many slots have we got?
Command me.
4. Okay, that's fine. We can just do that then.
Orders. Your
So,
Majesty.
okay,
Combining
so his
forces,
army
my
is now
lord.
ready. So we can start moving that army towards
Yes.
the
March
border.
Camping here, my lord.
Right. If I'm honest, I might get. No, what we'll do
Orders. Your Majesty.
Yes.
is we'll start sending these troops up towards
March!
Valencia. It's going to take them 2 turns. However, it take.
Your Majesty.
Yeah, it wouldn't take quite as long. We don't need the javelin men. You know what? Let's just send
Move out.
these guys up by themselves.
Yes.
The light men at arms. Yeah, we'll keep them going, but okay. Marrakesh. Yeah, Marrakesh is not having a good time. This entire army is going to just be almost completely destroyed by this plague, which is really not so good. I'm not too fussed as long as Prince Tristan doesn't die, but yeah. Anyway, there's a lot of people now at war with the Khwarezmians because they hold Jerusalem. Anyway, we've got a couple of bits of construction. So Parma's quite happy as well now. I don't know what happened to make it a little bit happier, but oh well. I'm not complaining. Don't really need a church. Do we need a town guard? No, we'll get a stonemason's hut. Melilla, it's pretty much ready. It just needs to keep growing until it can upgrade to a castle, really. Do we need a priest? I won't recruit a priest there. I'll recruit it in Mercia. And then Marrakesh, in terms of building, might as well build some farms. Its population needs to grow a little bit, since we basically destroyed half its citizens, killed all of its citizens.
Okay. Yes.
Right, Granada, can you recruit any more boats? No, not yet. So I might have to hold off on that for a little bit. We just need to recruit priest here. That's fine. So in Valencia, another army is being recruited. We might, and by we might send this army out on its own under a captain, which is a little bit risky because if it has higher chance of turning rebel or whatever. But yeah, it's going to be somewhat.
Orders.
It's nearly ready.
Your Majesty.
Just for the sake
Yep,
of my
My
own
lord.
understanding, going
Majesty.
to
Orders. Merging armies.
do
Yes.
that so I know
Combining forces, my lord.
the
Bring it
order
up.
of things. I mean, it's going to do that again because it needs. But right. So that just needs more spear militia, I believe. That's what we need there.
God's
Priest
servant.
here.
Yes, Lord.
Pamplona is doing its own thing as well, which is absolutely fine. It needs some archers. That's fine. Again, if we need more spear militia, that's fine as well. We can just keep doing that. But yeah. Again, I could recruit more here, but problem with Zaragoza is it. Do we have the? I'm not entirely sure why. No, maybe because I've already recruited them. Never mind. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought there. Right. So between us, we've probably got a couple of extra armies, as well as this one, on the way. So yeah, not doing bad then. Just need to keep going. We can actually recruit another priest, so I might recruit him. I'd love to recruit one in Marrakesh, but at the moment, that's probably not as feasible. We'll recruit one in Granada. Why not? Can we recruit another? No. Okay, didn't think so. Right, that's fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move my
Noble lord.
diplomat. Don't know why I said it that way. Just within range of both of these,
Naturally, my
both
lord.
Portugal and Leon. If we need to talk
Today's
to them before
journey
we go to
ends.
war, yeah, we will. But yeah, and I think, guys, that's pretty much where we're going to leave off for today.
Your orders?
Yeah, we're just going to keep getting the armies ready for this next fight, this next war. Again, I would have added this army into the mix, but until that plague diminishes, there's absolutely no way I can do anything. And yeah, maybe this army needs to stay down here anyway to deal with this down here. So maybe it's not the end of the world.
Who do I face?
One army is now ready though. Ildefonso is ready. We've just got a couple more armies raring to go. So I think what's going to happen is this army here at Pamplona,
My lord.
is probably going to attack Toledo.
Let
This
me
army
strike,
is going
my
to
lord.
attack Salamanca, and this army up at Pamplona is going to come through and attack Lyon when we're ready. But until then, yeah, that's it, I guess, for today. Yeah, we're attacking Lyon. We're going to attack Lyon, and I think we're going to have to save attacking Portugal until after we've defeated them. Don't really want to take out two factions at once, if I can help it. And it would make it easier, because if we take these 3 settlements with 3 armies, and then by that point the plague will have probably disappeared, so we can take this army to attack Fez, and then we can use our 3 armies to take the Portuguese's remaining 3 settlements. I think that's a plan. So yeah, join me next time when we shall put this plan into action. Until then, I've been Josh, and I'll see you next time.